Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Barry, you get a fucking little vacay, okay? This is the guy that we review on the side. And anymore, it's getting closer to Barry levels of what needs to happen to this guy.
Yeah, fuckery, ignorance, and fucking, and...
attitude.
And what do you call it? I was just talking about it, man.
Misinformation?
But he's arrogant. Arrogance, dude. This dude is so fucking arrogant, and he's a liar. He's an idiot. I mean, and listen. If you're arrogant, at least be right and have a reason to be arrogant.
Even then,
you know
don't be arrogant.
Even then,
be humble.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but if you're wrong and you're arrogant, you're an idiot. You're 100% idiot. I mean,
so
I just heard this dude say, they got into a dispute over some fucking overpaying, which we'll fucking get into that here in a little bit. The guy unsubscribes from him, his words, unsubscribes from him, and Rich goes and tracks the guy down to tell him that he's a fucking idiot, basically. He could do things, I mean, the guy unsubscribes from Rich, so instead of Rich being an adult dude and being like, cool, he unsubscribed, he had to go hunt the dude down and fuck with you.
So, here's my thing, okay? I am very humble as a person. This channel would not be where it is right now if it was for you guys. It's not my hard work, it's your hard work. Very humble. This guy's not humble, and he wants to whine about where he is and talk about being childish and not picking on people, which he is made to be where he don't make videos about the people that heckle him. Ask Fasting89. He put like 2 or 3 videos out about fasting, heckling him. So right there, you're a fucking liar.
But he deleted them. A minute ago, he said but I'm glad you said that. A minute ago, he says he don't talk about people and don't do this and shit. I don't know what he means by it, but he says I paint real cars, not die-cast cars. I mean, and then he starts laughing like he's smarter, made an inside joke. You know what I mean? I mean, you're fake and you're full of shit, dude.
So let's get into this.
I mean, it's about time somebody reads these videos and knocks some wood out yourself.
I'm a little bit late.
I hate bullies, man. I cannot stand a fucking bully.
And then one more thing. Why you coming after a bigger YouTuber than you? Why are you trying to make fun of his
I
setup?
want to get some clout off it. He wishes he had DD Speed Shop shit. He wishes he had anything he had.
Fuck, at least Barry, dude, has 86 cars to show for his life.
I mean, this dude was at... He takes advantage of senior citizens' places, man.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was at a senior citizen's place eating. He's only in his 50s, dude. You're not even considered a senior until you're over 60, 62 years old.
Look, Barry's more of a senior citizen than you.
I mean...
Well, thank God I'm only about, a block away from my house.
Then, dude says he's selling his house. He's got his house sold, but his house payment's like $1,400 a month, I guess. And it was over $1,000 what he said. So his mortgage has to be pretty good, or he has to have several of them to have a house payment like that. So, how are you going to sell your house to pay all that shit off? And you look at the condition it's in. Nobody's going to get big money for that house. I mean, and you live in Jersey, so the property sells for a little more money.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand it, dude. I think they foreclosed on that bitch. Or you're letting somebody take over the mortgage. Just my opinion. I don't know for sure, but 100% makes more sense.
All right, now. And just as simple as that, I'm home.
And I'm sure even in Jersey, you're not supposed to bring your cell phone when you're driving down the road. I mean...
Well, I guess we got a couple of minutes before things start to get crazy again. I guess I'll bring this stuff in.
And then let's talk about. Damn.
I'll tell you what, man. I'll give you anything you want, man. You can get on camera.
Gotta do it, but
Yeah. Don't want to see me in my makeup, my tutu.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But you want to knock fasting, okay? But fasting has nicer shit sitting in his yard than you got sitting there.
Folks, I'm gonna leave this
Right.
room.
He's got nicer shit sitting
So
in his
I'm gonna
driving.
put
I mean,
this.
I don't understand. And we're not jumping, we're not saying like we're on here because of fasting. That's not what we're saying. This
I'm just
dude
gonna
is
stay.
a moron. I mean, and he's cocky and arrogant. He's a
Look.
bully.
Look, let's face facts.
Just give me a minute.
If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, don't talk about it.
No, I mean, don't talk about it in definites and facts. This dude says you can't
Not
stand
normally
clear
that I
coat.
carry things in from
Listen
the
to how this dude
senior
talks about a
lunch,
clear
but I'll
coat
be
paint
right
job.
back.
He has no clue how anything works, dude. One coat of paint, 3 coats of clear. That's not even. You're a fucking idiot, dude. Dollars of donuts, dude. You ain't ever painted a car in your life that you've actually painted. That's not a 25-footer. I'll bet dollars.
Well,
of
that's why
donuts.
all his pictures on all these cars are fucking 300
Well,
yards
I mean,
away.
you don't understand the basics of how paint works. I mean, a single stage or a base coat, clear coat. You know, I mean, you can wet sand single stage out if it ain't a pearl, a heavy metallic, or even a light metallic for that matter. You can fuck it up. So as long as it's a flat color, sure you can wet sand it. He says that only late, but this is where he pissed me off at, or I really want to crush his fucking spirits because he said that only lazy people use base clear. I'm going to tell you right now, people work harder doing a base clear job and have more time in that than you have in a single stage.
And then something else that bugs me about him.
Time and money. I mean,
Something else that bugs me about this dude. He's like Barry. He wants to play the fucking victim. Every fucking story he tells, he's the fucking victim. Well, if you're the victim in fucking 100 stories, then I guarantee you fucking 90 of them, you're not the victim.
then he seems to hate women. I mean,
Talking about how they're money hungry and which guys that can't get girls say that?
look, you have bad women, you have bad men. That's just how it is. I mean, not all women are out there money hungry, looking to fucking rip you off and think about it. Look at you, dude.
Look,
I mean,
I want to fucking say something though. Anybody that would sincerely and seriously talk bad about a women,
yeah,
your mom was a fucking woman.
right. I mean,
So your mom was that?
that's my
your
fucking-
grandma?
Yeah, thank you.
Your aunt?
Thank you.
Your uncle? Or not your uncle, but
Well,
your
maybe in this day and age,
well,
you're
it's
fucked
2020
up.
fucking 4.
Your uncle, aunt, and uncle.
Aunt, mom, and uncle, dad.
Well, no, I mean, your aunt could be your uncle, and your uncle could be your aunt. I mean, no, you don't know. And then he says he's royalty, descended from royalty.
This is as bad as Barry, dude. Seriously, folks, this is as bad as Barry Beamer. The fuck are we
I
watching
mean,
for?
it's worse than Barry, dude. I mean, given Barry Beamer, listen, Barry acts like he's accumulated this collection of cars and he's got all this shit. These are facts here, what I'm about to say. The facts is, if it wasn't for his mom, Barry Beamer wouldn't have 75 cars and have that house. Barry Beamer wouldn't have all them cars. Barry Beamer wouldn't be living in that house. If Barry had to be a man and stand on his own and make his own way in life, like most people do, he wouldn't have all that shit. He wouldn't be able to do what he's doing right now. You know what I mean? That's facts. I mean, if it wasn't for his family taking care of him his whole life, paying to move the cars there, loaning him money to buy the cars, giving him money to buy cars, buying the property for him, he would have to pay rent like everybody else with a mortgage payment. Rent or a mortgage payment.
I'm
Either
sure them fucking shocks creak.
Hello.
This
Oh.
creak help me. Hey, Rich.
Hey, Steve.
I can't look at the problem, man. I'm not trying to be flippant or anything, but listen, man, I have a problem looking at him without cracking
Yeah, I
a smile
actually had
because I keep
to
thinking
bring
Austin
stuff in
Powers.
from
Warty.
Senior lunch.
Molly.
So I don't know if I want to sit outside today. It's really, really hot. Right now I'm sitting in my car. I just came back from lunch, so
Was that the senior center?
Yeah.
I mean, you're
We have
55
two
years old.
that
You're
were,
at a senior center.
giving me a bunch of flack for the paint job. Paint job on the car is 3 years old. The paint that was underneath, I think it was probably lead paint.
Huh?
Because it looked like it's been a long time since it was painted in that color.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this fucking straight. You want to go in here and talk about how fucking spray paint shit is fine and all this other shit, and you can polish it and wax it, it'll last for fucking ever, right? Well, why is it dull as a fucking chalkboard now?
Because spray paint, rattle can is not made for durability and long lasting. That's fact.
He goes all shitty with the dude, and if the phone runs out of memory, I'll kick up my other phone and we'll take off from this. Listen, he jumped shitty at some dude later on in this fucking live for saying that, to use an HBLP. And he goes, well, what's the difference between your HBLP and a spray gun?
It don't matter if it's. It don't have to be H. That's just the type of gun.
No.
You got gravity fed and
I
HVLP.
know.
So that doesn't matter there.
Yeah. He says, what's the difference between a spray gun,
A spray can, a rattle can.
a spray can, and a spray gun? They both use compressed air.
No, that's not. The difference is the chemicals in your paint. The hardener. Yeah, the chemicals is the difference. You know what I'm saying? The way it sprays out, the way it lays on. You know, you have
off color, it
hardeners.
wasn't even funny. It was kind of like an ice blue, but it had a purple tinge to it, almost like a what do they call that? Lilac color. And well, you remember the passenger side fender? That thing was nothing but rust, surface rust, but nonetheless rust.
Is he gonna say anything about
And
that?
yeah, I'm a poor man, so I do things to pour away, but I do the best I can with what I have. That's all you can do. You know, sometimes it doesn't last that long, but you know what? I could.
What do you got to say?
He also makes a statement that where he lives, cars rust faster than he put. Listen, man, bare metal. I just did a video on that fucking door because I'm an idiot. And I know better than to do this shit. But I sent that door down to bare metal and I let it set for a few days. Twice I did that. So for the third time I had to set it down before I actually got. It doesn't matter where you are, my point is, if you have bare metal, it is going to flash rust overnight. It doesn't matter if you live in Jersey, if you live in fucking California. It's going to flash rust, period. Those are facts.
Hey,
You should never leave bare metal exposed for very long.
Dad. No, don't. It matters. Because if you live in fucking 9464 something acres drive, you know, cars don't rust there. You can let them sit in the weeds for fucking 30 years.
Well, if you live there, then you don't know if it's rust from now or rust from then. I mean, it's all just like color rust. You see what I'm saying? I mean, the rust all blends
Still
together.
go ahead and buy the cans of paint, empty them into a gallon container,
You are so
and
stupid.
add what do they call it, reducer and hardener to it, and shoot it in a gun.
You're full of shit. Full of shit.
Not how that works.
What? Hold on. Stop. Pause that for a minute.
So
First of all,
what's the
think
difference?
about what he's saying. You listen. You can get a gallon of U-Pool, shop line, job line, whatever the fuck.
Shop one.
It's shop. Yeah, but they also have JB job. Anyway, there's different types. But shop basically PPG paint. You can get a gallon of base usually for under $300. So, and usually under $2.
There's a gallon right there by the floor, by the underneath the tripod that I paid $100 for.
Yeah, because we got a good deal on it. But normally it was like that gallon there was what was it? $239.
And it's
My point is, at fucking $5 up for one rattle can of paint, think about the money you would spend just at $5 a can to empty them into a gallon bucket.
But think about this: that gallon's 1 to 1. so you get twice the paint.
Because it's that type of paint. That's what I'm saying.
But you buy that type of, if you were to buy that type of paint, you would get more out of it than what he's getting in around you.
Right.
Fuck, even the shit I got there on the shelf, it's one step. It's single stage.
Yeah, I mean.
The difference is I didn't mix it up and use it in the gun.
And then how do you know how the chemicals that's in the spray can
But what I should
are
have
going
done
to
was
react with your reducer?
stripped all the old paint off,
Whatever.
you know, the
Whatever.
stuff that was on the car when I got it. And then it wouldn't have these problems now.
Or activator.
No,
I mean,
I don't have
it wouldn't be hard.
What kind of bug is that?
Anyway.
Put this window up.
I want y'all to pay
Like I
attention.
said, I mean,
His beard,
I
when he
know it
plays
ain't
with his
perfect. That's
beard
what I
or
was
his
trying to
face
show. You
or
know,
his
it's not
ears,
perfect. It's not
that's
gonna
a
be
nervous
perfect.
tick from him.
It's always
We all
gonna
have
be
it.
a trailer.
Not
a
saying we
trailer
don't.
queen. Project
Mine
car.
is, I smile.
You know,
I
no matter
know
how
I
much
have
I
a
soup it
phone
up,
with
it's like
Ask
putting
Dad.
lipstick on a pig.
Watch this. Whatever that means.
Whatever the hell that means.
It means that your pig is ugly no matter what you do, so why would you put lipstick on it? It's saying your car's shit no matter what you do, it's gonna be shit.
Dad, he was a football player, but he didn't know what QB means.
Right. That's what I mean, he lies so much. I mean, dude. You're a bull.
So what are you guys up to? What are you up to, Steve? What are you up to, Mo?
He's a bully. But I want to point this out. He's not Barry Beamer. He's a bully that likes to play the victim, that can't stand on his own shit. You're a bully. Be a bully. Stand on it. Be a fucking man. But when people start bullying you back, don't be on here whining.
Or not bullying back, calling you out for your nonsense. I mean, don't whine about it. Stand on it. You make a statement, and even if it's a wrong statement and you fucked up,
Stand on that shit.
you stand on it and apologize, and you try to make it right. If you're a good human being and you know you've done
No,
wrong,
come on,
you
man.
try-
I'm not
but you
working on
don't
somebody
know you
else's
never
car.
did
I'm
it.
working on mine.
I mean,
You know what I mean? It's not like that. I don't need to go and pay for classes for that. Really.
check this out.
If I had the money, I would have stripped the car out to nothing. There would have been nothing but metal. But I don't have a place to store it. And up here, metal turns to rust very quick.
That's
In
what I'm
other
saying.
words,
You're full of shit.
I had
man.
a spot on the Oldsmobile that was actually shiny metal.
Yeah.
Right down to bare metal. I had no paint on it at all. Next day I came out here after it rained, it was brown.
It wouldn't matter if it rained or if you let it set for overnight and you got dew on it. It's the same fucking principle, dumbass.
You fucking think?
I mean, I literally, I mean,
That's
I watched, there, I don't know, should I say his channel? He's from Indiana. Should I mention it? There's another channel from Indiana, and I watched him do his van, and he made the same mistake kind of like I did out there. And I thought, man, he taught me something, which I already knew not to do it, but I was like, I'm never going to do it like that. And the man sanded it, it rusted, sanded it, rusted, sanded it. I did the same fucking thing. It don't matter where you live. If you leave bare metal set, it is going to rust. I mean, geez,
I feel kind of stupid remembering that statement.
So just because you live in Jersey, it's going to rust worse. Just I'm not talking about driving down the road. Yeah, the roads are worse. I
Hey.
get it, but I'm talking about sitting in your yard.
Hey, Mako, how's the rust up there?
The guy got peeved
It'd be
because
worse
I
down
don't
there
like to
'cause they
use
get
clear
worse
coat.
winters. But somebody
In
said
my
I use
eyes, I
salt
look at it
or
as a
percent,
lazy
or
man's
salt
way of
or
doing
something.
things. If you're going to sit there and spray one coat of
Right
paint
here.
and 3 coats of clear coat, what happens if you have a defect
Here.
in the paint?
Let me talk.
You can't wet sand clear coat.
Okay, that's it. You're a fucking moron. That's what I mean. You're dumber than a box of rocks, dude. I mean, I used to think it's just you're uneducated, but you refuse to learn. Listen, man, Google is your friend. Google it. Not one person sees these videos that knows anything about it is going to say that you're right, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? You can't sand clear coat. Clear coat is the only, a base coat clear coat is the only paint job you can wet sand no matter what color, no matter if it's a heavy metallic, a light metallic, a pearl. It's the only paint job you can do that to. If it's a one single stage, you're not supposed to do it if it's a pearl or a metallic. And lazy, you're gonna do more work doing a base clear job than you are a single stage.
Okay, but hear me out.
And you're gonna have, I'm not gonna say you're gonna have a better result because I've seen people lay slick at
Hey.
single stage.
Who is he to call anybody lazy?
Well, that's what I mean. And listen, he said, he don't even know exactly how it works. He said, you're going to put 1 coat of color and 3 coats clear. Most people I know at least do 2 coats of color. And if I'm doing it, I always do at least 2 coats of color. Then I usually let it dry a little bit, and I doll it up and sand down again, and I usually give it a third coat before I clear it.
Now, I want to put something out. He's going to go in and talk about how
That's
hot it
three
is.
at least I usually put on a car. At least 3 coats of color before I put clear on.
He's going to go in and talk about how hot it is, right? And now he's got asthma, COPD, and he can't work. Okay, I'm 25, but I have all that. And I still go out and perform just fucking fine. Just because you have that does not mean...
Why are you still smoking if it's so bad, dude? Somebody said you just reach for a pack of cigarettes, one of your fucking things. I mean... You're one of the people that complain about shit, but you do nothing to change it. But you're totally crazy on how paint works. You just proved that you don't know shit about shit. Your words, dude, not ours.
Whereas,
yours.
yeah, maybe my Rattle Can John wasn't perfect, but you know what? It's been on there for 3 years. It still looks better than what it did when I got it.
I don't think anybody says it.
You know, even with all
that
the
matters.
defects
I think what people have a problem
and the
with you
peeling
is
paint and everything,
the
I
shit
don't
you
care,
talk
you know?
and say.
It's my car. I have to deal with it, you know? Nobody else does.
You're 100%
It's
right.
not like they're going to be embarrassed by going down to the
But don't
the
be trying
car
to
show with
teach
it.
people
And
the
why would I
wrong
be
shit.
embarrassed
Man,
anyway?
that's
It's a
fine. You're
57
right.
Chevy
You can
Bel
do
Air.
what you want to do, but don't be on YouTube trying to teach people.
Okay, here's my problemo.
You don't understand something, though, Larry. What I'm saying is that not everybody gets every little bit of defect that's in the paint. Could be runs that you won't see. If you're doing a dark coat and you don't examine that car thoroughly, you're not going to see that. And then before you know it, it's too late. And the other thing is, like I said, when you're doing clear coat, after about 5 or 6 years, it starts peeling like your skin does when you get sunburned. Peels up just like your skin. I've seen so many.
Okay. Go ahead, Austin, because I forgot what I was going to say because it went wrong.
Look. He's thinking it's the fucking 90s and it's a Chrysler product. That's not at all true. I mean, there's fucking cars from 2010 that still look brand new today. That's not at all true. I have a Corvette outside that the clear coat isn't peeling off of.
And who in the fuck is going to be painting their car? And before they clear it, first of all, when you're spraying it, it don't matter if it's dark or white. White would be even worse to see you running than a dark. I mean, when you're spraying your car, who the fuck is not going to inspect the fuck out of it before you clear it?
Yep.
You know what I mean? If you're painting your car, you're gonna notice a run usually, man. I mean, unless it's maybe your first time painting, but if you painted a handful of cars, you're gonna learn what to watch for.
Now,
I mean, he's nuts, man.
Yep.
I mean, what do you do then? Well, let's just say you missed it and you got to run in the paint. At least with base clear, you can just redo that little area.
Yep.
If it's a single stage, you're not going to do that.
So for Rich, buddy, my car's an 89. Why ain't my clear coat peeling?
Man, he acts like listen, Chrysler had a problem with that, man.
Yeah, in
Chrysler
the
had
90s,
a big
2000s,
problem with it.
and 80s and 90s.
What he's talking about has to do with chemicals in the paint
Yeah.
that break down. It's got to do. There's maybe not 100, but there's a bunch of
Go
shit
look,
that can cause
fuck,
it.
go look at Barry Beamer's fucking purple van.
Yeah, I mean, look at his white one. Go look at his white one.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. That has to do with imperfections in the metal. I mean, it could be anything.
And
man.
who the fuck assembles a car that
A
like
bad batch of primer usually causes the paint to lift. You know what I mean? I mean,
who the fuck paints a car that they assembled? They literally put bumpers, trim, all that shit on the car to repaint it.
he
Makes no sense.
He's got no sense. I mean,
Cars that have had clear coat on them, and then by the time, like the 5th year was up,
Well, why don't my 38-year-old
was
car
nothing but
have
a big
clear coat
brown
off
spot
of?
on them.
no, we have a Mercury
And the
Cougar
car
out
looked
back,
like
dude.
crap because the shit was peeling
Clear's
all over
not
the
probably
place.
filling off of, dude.
Yep.
I mean, and it's set outside through weather seasons for 20 years.
No, I'm not a body man either, but I'm just saying, I know
That's
the
fucking
experience
evident.
And
I've
I'm not a
had
body
with
man
clear coat
either. Make no
myself.
mistake about it. But I haven't
And
said
it
one
doesn't
thing that's not
work.
accurate tonight.
I would rather
And
do
true.
it the hard way,
Fuck, we just got some Michael
with some
here.
elbow grease and
Eric?
sand,
Eric,
wet
yeah.
sand the paint until there's almost no pigmentation left. and then use, compound in order to get the dirt.
Listen, guys, it don't
out of
matter
the
if it's
paint.
base clear or if.
And then
if
the
it's
machine
single stage.
glaze.
When you're wet
and then
sanding,
put
it's going
wax
to knock
on
the
it.
sheen off. That's the whole point.
So everybody's telling me, after a year it's going to oxidize. No, it's not going to oxidize.
Yes,
if you know how to
it
do
will.
If it's rattle can on its own, it
I mean,
will
I know how to
oxidize if
detail
it sits
paint
in the
really
sun.
well.
Common
Yeah.
fucking sense.
It will.
Problem is, the paint that was underneath
And
this
maybe,
car,
maybe if you
underneath
could
this
clear
paint
over
job,
it and you didn't have a chemical
was
reaction
crap.
between the two different types of paint.
Listen,
and when I first
he's
got
acting
the
like
car,
this,
there was
like the color's gonna last forever.
what
I
is
have
it?
a 73 Dart out here that's single
baked
stage.
on dirt
It's
all
dull
over
as a
the-
fucking chalkboard, and it's got
I mean, it
original
was
paint
black.
on it.
It
Almost
came from
like
Texas
mold.
too, so it's out in the heat.
And it took me an hour with
Original
hot water,
shocks.
soap, and a
Probably
scotch
the
brite
original motor transmission
in order
in
to
it.
get that dirt off
And
of
it
the
did have
car.
coilovers on the back of it.
Yeah.
Coilover
So it
shocks.
took me a long
Who the
time
fuck-
just to clean it.
Who cares? It's a 6-cylinder car.
I don't like the original. They sell coilover shocks. That was their upgrade back
And
then.
then
It's
finally,
like
when I
that
got
car.
around
It's 4-door. Who
to
cares? It's
what
original.
You
was
can
left
still
of the
buy it.
original
And what do you
paint,
think a 57 4-door is worth?
I scuffed it, but apparently I didn't scuff it enough. What I should have done was take it the hell off.
Scuff it.
Because, like I said, what I think it is lead paint. I think that's how far back it went into that time era, Otherwise, my paint job would be fine. It wouldn't be a problem.
Look at it. That's the problem, man. I mean,
People use enamel
but
all
it's
the time.
his. I mean, if he's
you know?
cool with it, I agree with
You
you.
can
on
wet
that.
sand
If he's
it.
happy with
You
it,
know,
it's
you
fine.
can
But don't
machine
be trying to
glaze
teach
it.
people.
You can compound it, and you can wax it. When you paint the car, you just got to make sure you don't have, like, if you're going to go and shoot a line, you have to make sure you're overlapping it down halfway and go back over it. Otherwise, you're going to see streaks in the paint. There's going to be lines. It's going to show
Paint can.
What the
where
fuck
one line
are you
started and
talking
one where
about?
the
So
other
you
line
want
finished.
you want to
And
half
that
lap
you
each
don't
line?
see in my
You want
paint
to
job.
tire stripe it.
No. So you want to half lap each line?
That's what I'm
You're
talking
a
about.
dipshit, dude. Half lap.
And the stuff that does have nicks in it and the paint that's
So you
peeled
want to
up
spray
off it,
one
well,
line
I
and
got
then bring the
news for
gun
you.
back down and only spray
I
half.
could sit there with a paintbrush, put a coat on it, let it dry. Put another coat on it, let it dry. Put another coat on it, let it dry.
The same as you would any paint job.
And then what I do is I'll wet sand that, and then I'll do the same process. I'll do the compound, the machine glaze, and car wax after wet sanding. And it'll come out just as shiny as that back trunk lid does. Nothing's perfect. But the thing is it's better than what
Okay.
it looks.
I do want to say something, so I'm gonna pause this for a minute.
I don't know if they're tricky to...
Look, yes, it doesn't have to, but listen, if you're going to put the work in to paint your car, don't you want it as nice as you can make it? Doesn't anybody in this fucking world want to just have one nice car? Just one nice car they can be fucking proud of that's a classic car. If you're into this type of shit, don't you just want to have one nice car?
Him saying that, I want to make it clear. There's nothing wrong with rattle can paint in your car, man. Not a damn thing wrong with it. I've seen McCool do it. I've seen a bunch of them do it, and it turns out looking fine. But it's never going to give you what the quality paint job you want. So my point with this is, there's nothing wrong with rattle can in your car, but understand that's what it is. It's a rattle can paint job. You'll never hear one of them say, "Oh, this is beautiful. This is a show car."
Yeah, I'm not saying that though. I'm saying from the body work on down, he's talking about even if you use the fucking spray gun to paint your car, an air compressor, it'll never be perfect. Well, don't you want to have
That's
the best
not
you can
true.
have for what you have?
Okay,
Even if it's a
that's
rattle
not
can,
true.
don't you want to have the best quality job you can have?
I mean, listen, man. Here's the facts about a paint job. The finished product of any paint job really don't have anything to do with the paint. It don't have nothing to do with the clear. It has to do with everything below
Prepare
that.
it, yeah.
It has to do with from the metal to the first coat of paint. That's what matters to make a slick paint job, folks. And that's on God the truth. I mean, yes, the paint matters a little bit, and the clear or the single stage paint matters. Yes, but if your prep work, if it's not prepped right, been blocked, repeatedly blocked.
Don't take your two fucking fingers
I mean,
and groove into it.
No, you don't want to. It's fine to sand if you're not trying to finish sanding with your hands. But if you're finish sanding, you want it on a board or something. You want it on something that's going to sand
grab a red brick.
smooth. That's not a red brick. But a board or something. You want it on something that's what your fingers will dig in with the sandpaper and just cut lines into it everywhere. I mean, you're never going to have an even coat to lay on top of.
If you don't have a board, text fucking Barry Beamer. He's got the whole side of a porch.
I mean,
But no, my point is, guys, if you're going to do something, don't you want to look nice? Don't you want to be able to say, "Hey, I did this," and not be embarrassed to say I did
but,
this?
not everybody has an air compressor and can.
Even with the
paint,
route
has
can,
a-
I would want to make sure it's as
Yeah, you
good as
want
I
to do
can
your
do.
best. Yeah, no, I agree 100%.
That's my point.
Right.
Even with the rattle can, I don't want to pull up to a car show and say, "Hey, I did this," and then walk away and be
Does
like, "That looks like
anybody
shit."
know how many cans of rattle can spray paint you would have to spray into a gallon to fill it up? I mean, I'm no good. I'm sure anybody that's decent with math.
I mean, there's a lot of rounded
if you figure it out, let
moldings
me
and
know
all that
because I'd
stuff
like to
you
know
have
how
to
many
take
cans it would
off.
take to fill a gallon.
Window moldings and windows, and you have to take the headlights out, the bezels off, the grill off.
I'd be willing
You
to
might
bet
be able to
money.
get away with
It's not
taking
much
it
of a
off.
$50
But
difference.
the Chevrolet script, the
most.
V on the
Then
hood,
why did you put all this
the
shit on
Chevrolet
there?
script and the V on the back trunk lid, they have to come off.
Listen, he painted this
Um,
fucking car
the trim has to come
before
off
he even had
on
it
the
running.
sides.
And he painted outside, right?
Yeah.
Now, see what it
That's
is,
another
Larry, is back in the day, like
You
I
have
had
to
a
be realistic.
69
If you're
Impala
going to paint a
custom.
car outside, you're going to have
Come on,
dirt
you
in the
grinded
paint,
that
and
down
you
to
are
the
going to have
bare
bugs in the
metal.
paint. It
They
does.
had like
I don't
veins
give
in
a
the
fuck.
metal. For some
In a
reason, that
slider
was
day, you're going to have bugs
extremely
in the paint,
rare.
you're going to have dirt in the paint. If you paint
And I
a
think that
car
this
in
car
a shop
has
like I got with the dirt
not
floor,
as
you can
big of an issue
guarantee you're going to
like
have
that,
at least
but it
bugs
does
in the
have
clear
that same issue to a point.
that you're going to have to deal with. So keep that in mind too. I mean,
Maybe that's the reason why this car isn't completely gone, where the floors are, and the frame rails, and the trunk pan, and all
It
that other
matters
junk,
how
you
a
know?
car was kept.
again,
Maybe it
right?
was a little bit thicker or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just know,
He literally
you know,
thinks
other than the
gangster
bottom of the doors,
gangster
the
cars
floors are
are
there.
50s cars, 40s cars.
50s and 40s?
Yeah.
No, dude. 20s and 30s.
Pieces below the door,
It'd be 30s and
they're
40s.
rotted towards the
But
back,
it really be the 30s. I think
where
about
the
the
wheel
40s,
well is,
most
and
of
the
that was.
dog legs on
Whenever the
the back.
Capone area ended.
Well, the front of the wheel wells in the back are actually rotted, but the floor pan is not, and neither is the frame. I mean, if you guys saw me up underneath it the other day,
shit.
sitting there messing with the brake drum,
Fucking wow.
you could
I mean,
see all the stuff underneath it.
The guy
You know,
can't
the
get
axle was the original.
through his
The,
head how a
the
simple
shocks
air
with the
pump works. How
coilovers,
an
springs
engine
was
works.
original.
I
Then
mean,
it has the leaf springs
What
in the
does
back.
any of the
That's
original
original.
equipment have to
You know?
do with anything?
The drums
That
are
would be like me
original.
walking up to my
well,
dart.
now, what's the drums matter if the original numbers match it or not, dude? I mean, I don't understand it.
Look, like I was saying before Dad said what he said. That would be like me having my dart all original, going out there and saying, it's got the original 6-speed, 6-cylinder, 3 on the tree, fucking 7 in the... How much do you think it's worth like that?
I mean, how many of y'all get fucking your rocks off when Barry talks about his Mustangs, all original old lady one owner car?
Who cares?
Who the fuck would leave it like that? It's a '65 Mustang, dude. I mean, it fucking they're in this area $500 to $1,000 all day long. You know what I mean?
Like if we go buy, when this truck sells, I go buy the 67 Mustang. I'm not leaving that 6-cylinder in forever. That 6-cylinder will be pulled out and a 351, a 390, something like that, put in its hole.
I'd like to put a Cleveland in it, a Ford V Cleveland. I'd like to put it.
I mean, original's all fine, but
Even
just
the
because
gas
it's
tank's
rare
original,
or
gas
just because it's
tank
original,
on
don't
that
mean it's worth
57, I
money.
think that's the only
You
one
can
that
have
actually
an
had a drain
original
plug.
Car like his at the auction,
reason
I mean,
they made
and
that
it
a
can
little
be
bit
a
easier for
pristine
people.
original one owner car, and it's still not gonna. What? It's gonna fetch 30 grand, maybe
Exactly.
20. I mean, because
So the
it's
guy
affordable.
that you know disagreed
Listen.
with me about the clear coat, he went and
There you go.
removed himself as a subscriber. So I went to his site and I turned around and I says, "Hey
See?
pal, instead of sitting there making derogatory statements and calling me names, you do your thing, I'll do mine, and what works for you, and what works for me works for me.
Okay, motherfucker. First of all,
Leave it at
listen.
that. I just know my
He unsubscribed from you. You should have left him alone. That's what I'm talking about. You're a bully. That's what made me really want to do this video. That and you talking about the paint and calling people lazy that use clear coat. But he said, fine, you're an idiot. I don't want to hear your dumb shit. I'm unsubscribed from you. And instead of you being cool, man, you know, just 5 minutes ago, dude was talking about you can do you, I can do me, and this, that, and the other. Instead of you leaving him alone, you had to go track him down to put your 2 cents in on him.
Well, that's what
That makes you a
Dad,
bully.
That's what he told him. He went to his channel and commented that exact same thing.
Right.
You can do me, I can do me.
No, right. I mean, but instead of living that life, he had to go hunt this guy down, and he's wrong. You know what I mean?
Highly wrong.
100% wrong.
Listen, Barry Beamer is the king of misinformation, okay? But I've never once heard Barry say any of that shit about fucking base coat, clear coat, fucking, and
Go ask him. I mean, he's gonna tell you this. He's not gonna agree with this dude on this shit. I mean, not even him.
Experience
Not on the paint
using
shit.
that stuff was a problem for me. And it's not one time, it was multiple times.
well, because you don't know what
He's
the fuck
sitting
you're
there
doing.
talking about, well, yeah, but your car will be oxidized in a year. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. No, it won't.
If
If you know
that's-
how to do things
Another
right, you use the
asshole
top
that
down,
wants you
the
to, he
machine
wants you
lays
to
the
be a
car wax,
subscriber,
it
he
will
wants you
not
to do his lives, but if
oxidize it.
your opinion is different than his opinion, he's gonna attack you and argue with you.
But if that's all he said, why would you come
Exactly.
at him like that?
What did he say wrong? You know what I'm saying? He has a right to have an opinion, but that you get mad. I mean, you want people that's gonna suck your balls, is what amounts to. I mean,
Hi. Barry says I'm good at rubbing them.
No, they're all, the DVDs are packed away in the 30-gallon bins. I think I only have a handful that are, actually I don't. I think I put them all in there.
Who the fuck still uses
I still have to,
DVDs?
I have a lot of stuff to mess with in the living room. I got to take down the boom boxes that are on the shelves, take down the shelves,
Well, your Hot Wheels.
remove the TV from the liquor cabinet. Then I got a curio cabinet that's got some stuff in it. The liquor cabinet has some glasses in it. Then I have the hutch that has bone china and crystal glassware and what's that other stuff? Shuffle tan.
Oh, what's it say? I can't read it.
The wood stove today. Is it that cold where you're at?
It's fucking freezing. Fucking got ice crystals off my balls. Barry hasn't came and touched and warmed me up.
Huh. Okay.
I bet Dodge Donuts in his house got foreclosed on, or he's letting somebody take it over. They gave him a little bit of cash, and they're going to take over payments on it.
His exact words was, and everybody's seen the live, I could find a live, put it up here if you'd like, that the mortgage company didn't care that he was sick, that he had been in the hospital, and he's tired of dealing with it. So he's gonna, I guess, move out. Or sell it, whatever. Here's my question to you, buddy, because you'll watch this, I'm sure. Who the fuck cares about your health besides your family, and that's it?
Why is you being sick have anything to do
With their
with
money.
your bills not getting paid? Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, ain't that's a you problem? And it does suck. I freely admit that. I mean, mortgages company. I'm not a big fan of mortgage companies or banks.
It's
Well,
life.
That's life. Exactly.
Who the
There you
fuck
go.
cares?
There you go. The point with all that is, I mean,
That's
how are you going to owe that much money on a house where your mortgage payment is over $1,000 a month, and sell a house that people you can't even show because it's so cluttered and fucking.
Look, that's like you getting fucking sick, being in the hospital, me doing a video whining about it, and be like, well, Barry didn't want to stop talking about my poor dad on life. He don't give a fuck.
Right. I mean, I just don't understand. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Because in order to get what he owes on the mortgage, you'd think you'd have to sell a house for a good penny. Because he said his payments was well over $1,000 a month.
Hang on. Here's we get to it.
See, that's the thing is, I don't know why people got to constantly fight, you know? And then the thing is, like, you know, we're all here together. It's not about the paint. Stop nitpicking about tiny things. All right, fine. If the clear coat works for you, that's great. It don't work for me. So you go on my
know
page,
Yeah, I mean,
where my video is, or my pictures of the cars are, and you mock me for it? Come on.
We'll walk up on him.
That's what I'm talking about. That's like the childish things that people do. Let it go.
so it's not childish to spew misinformation, putting two different kind of pistons, a Valvoline and a flat top in an engine, and you try to teach, and at the same time you're trying to teach people how to work. You're not doing this as saying, hey, don't do this. I'm an idiot. You're literally trying to preach this shit as gospel.
You know what I think it is?
I mean,
I think he's mad because everybody that mocks him, they can hang on their own. You know, they can make funny content about him. And when he makes funny content, only he laughs at it. I mean,
Dallas and Donuts, you ain't ever probably popped the lid off of a can of clear coat in your
If
life.
it works for you,
You
fine.
probably never
Do it.
popped
I
the lid
don't
off of a
care.
can of single
I'm
stage.
just
real
speaking
quick.
on what doesn't work for me.
I mean,
But you want to drag me into your whole motif thing, then mention my name and make derogatory statements towards me and try and make me look bad.
No, I'm just trying to correct your
And I'm gonna do
misinformation.
the same
I
thing
do
back.
want to say
I'm
something.
not a
When
child.
they call
I'm
it
not gonna
Java
sit there and
220, I
have somebody step all over
fucking
me.
laugh.
think
I'm
not gonna
sorry,
respond
but
back.
come on, man,
It's
laugh
not
at
gonna work
yourself.
like that. But at the same
Don't be a
time,
steamer.
people need to learn to refrain from saying some things. Think before they speak.
Why?
Hey, stop. Don't even say it. Listen. Think before you fucking speak, right? Well, he ain't even taking his own fucking advice.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, a simple Google search. That's how you know he has really limited mechanical abilities, whether it's auto body or technical. I mean, he wasn't smart enough to Google the shit before he come out with that as fact and wanted to argue with people.
Okay, I mean,
you're wrong, dude.
Because I was going to write him something nasty. But then I turned around and I said, no, it's not worth the time. I don't
I
want
do
to
wanna
sit
say
there and-
Hold on. Why did you have to go to his page at all? If he just unsubscribed from you and said, cool, man, why did you have to go bug him at all? You're that dude.
listen. I want to say something. I have seen your comments on Fast Thing shit, dude. Dude, you could come. It's only worth $300. Like that's the best derogatory comment you got. Like Barry said, fucking harsher shit than that on some fucking about people that he's subscribed to him.
He unsubscribed and you had to go track him down, and you was going to say something bad to him. So the man unsubscribed from you, and you was going to go attack him. So when somebody says, "I don't like you no more," you want to fight him? You're just
Doesn't
that's
argue
the
with
dude.
somebody else who doesn't see things my way. If they see things their way, fine. Let them revolve themselves around in that
No.
thing.
It's not
I
your
don't
way,
need more
my
than
way.
more flack, so I just
This
said,
video is not
whatever
your way,
works
my
for
way.
you,
This is facts.
That's good for you. I just
The
hope
right
it
way,
doesn't
the
work
wrong
for
There's
me.
wrong and
Please
there's right.
Stop using the insults and the derogatory statements on me. But he removed himself as a subscriber. That's his
Can
problem.
you not handle it? I mean, do you need a hug?
So I'm not cocky, arrogant shit. Look at him, dude. He
Looks
looks
like
like a
taking a shit.
bulldog or something, dude.
Yeah, I know. But you know what, Mo? I'm just going to call you Mo. Hey, Mo. Three Stooges.
You smart. You thought that was so clever, didn't you?
But, the thing is, you can't get people to, they have
You're
to,
pretty proud out, weren't you?
out, whatever the hell they want to
What
put
do you mean?
out.
If you're putting out misinformation,
sometimes
trying to
it's
tell
just
people how to
not
do
the right
shit,
thing
and
to
it's
do,
wrong, you're going to cost people money. You're going to waste
Like with the
people's
other
time.
two that I told you about.
You're gonna fuck people's shit up.
Those two I've been restraining myself for a long time, many years. And then, like I seen the other day, the guy was sitting there talking about, what was it? His paint job on his cast iron cars. If you look at one of my videos,
Here
it
he goes.
says,
Watch this.
I don't work on cast toys. I paint real
Hold on,
cars.
stop a minute. Stop. Didn't I just see this dumb motherfucker bragging about a model?
Yeah.
So I thought he didn't paint toy cars and shit.
I want to point something out though. Maybe he had more practice painting models, so he'd be better at it on his own car.
He's just doing it like a Chevelle or something. They're talking about, I cut the doors out, I cut the trunk out.
Scholar.
You're that's what I'm saying. You're teeter-tottering, dude. You're that dude. You're talking shit about another dude, what he does, but you do the exact same thing, basically. Except you did plastic and he did die-cast. By the way, it's die-cast, but that's what you're looking for. You're welcome.
I didn't mention his name.
See, you think he's so clever.
Yeah, he's fucking just wow. Like you think you're so fucking clever. It's fucking funny.
Then in one of his videos,
And he had, what was it? One of his,
Look, like
one
he's
of
got
his
that
friends was
shitty
sitting there
grin, like,
saying,
yeah, I
"Well,
got
we
it,
shouldn't have
buddy.
anybody in his live
He
stream."
knows
I
what I'm
went
talking
through
about.
and I peeked in yesterday, about halfway through, and he just like turned on the TV and started watching that. How rude! I'm like, well, not your live stream. Nobody was in here, so if nobody's in here and nobody's saying anything to me, what do you expect me to do? Sit there like this?
expect you to be courteous to people. If they're your viewers, why are you being disrespectful? See, you're disrespecting that man right now. You want to be a YouTuber, but you don't want to be respectful to people that's going to put you on.
They're all haters. That's what it is. They're not trolls. They're just people that just want to, report back to
I
Brian.
live under the bridge.
And
Okay, Barry,
he's
sit
got
down.
a few more now, so I'm sure, with me saying his name, it's made a few people go over and see his channel, but whatever.
Hey, I want to let you know because of that
Like I
one,
said,
because
if they
of
follow
Uncle
me,
Brian,
just
I
don't
found
bring
your
that mess
channel.
over here. You know
So,
what I'm saying?
you might want to give him
If they
thanks.
follow him, still don't bring that mess over here. Show me enough respect that you don't do that with me, and we'll be fine.
You don't deserve the
I don't
respect.
care who you follow. If you
I'll
want
tell
to
you
follow
what, you want to
Brian,
earn
that's your
respect. When this
business.
video comes out, come
You know
out
what
and
I'm
be a
saying? I'm
man
not going
and
to
say,
sit there and
look,
try and
I'm
play,
misspoke about
you're
base
following Brian,
clear
so guess
and
what?
single stage.
I'm
I'm
gonna
misspoke
delete
about that.
you.
I'm wrong.
That's why we
That'll
have,
make you a man.
was it Guns and
Dollars and donuts,
Gears
you
in
don't.
here. He follows Brian. But I told him, I said, don't bring that crap over here and don't start no mess with me. Otherwise, I'll be deleting you and blocking you. It's only because I don't want to be bothered with it. You know what I'm saying?
What? You big ass wuss. You changed it to what? I'm gonna take my toys. I'm gonna
I
go
tried
home.
that stuff when I was a kid.
Bad
I sounded
viewers
like a
are
dead
viewers.
cow playing the trombone.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Oh, hey, Larry, we
I think
had
his legs
another
are
one out
finally
here
starting to
named
give out.
Eugene yesterday. What your last name? Said he knew my brother. My brother doesn't know anything about him. No, Eugene, he doesn't know you.
Listen to this
You
shit.
don't know my brother.
The guy must know something about him because he hits something on the head in a minute. Watch.
I don't want to say something. You guys are hearing my dog yip in the background. I think his legs, he's starting to have bone problems. He's been hit by a car before. Last year by my ex-girlfriend that let the dog out. But you don't hear Mary on here whining about how bad women are and...
We left and she was taking her shit out of here and she left the damn door open and let the dog out on purpose.
I think he's finally getting to the point where he's going to get put down.
No, I don't think so.
Nervous tick.
My mother was a descendant of Irish royalty, not Scottish.
See, they knew that he claimed to be some descendant of royalty, so he knows that much about your family. He might have got the thing wrong, but this motherfucker claims that he's fucking royalty.
You got a bat in a cage, buddy. In a cave.
Oh, I can't believe how hot it got already. And just like, I was out here early this morning because I figured I knew it was going to get hot again.
You all better watch out
I
for
just
Duke
don't
Rich.
want to sit out here in that
Off
stuff.
with
You know
your
what I mean?
head.
It's like 4:30 or 5 o'clock. I'd probably cool off a little bit.
Hey, if
But
he's a Duke, I
right
want to know
now
why
it's
you don't have a
unbearable.
big
I
ass
can't
crew
deal
to
with that.
finish car for him. You're taking a shit or you're reading a comment?
Well, you don't know my brother. That's somebody different.
Why you got that nervous tick going on for, Rich?
My brother is not small. My brother is 6 foot tall. He's bigger than I am. So you definitely don't know him.
Be funny if dude popped up a picture at the family cookout with him.
What's height got to do with that? How's his build? Is he skinny? The other guy saying he's skinny.
And what's it matter? What's it matter if
Why are you so worried about
Yeah.
it? I
You're
mean,
thinking of somebody else. You're not thinking of my brother.
Look, nervous ticks. Why are you worried about it? Now he's going back to play with his beard. We're gonna look off. We're gonna keep playing with the beard. Why are you worried?
you ever seen anybody do a live and do that?
I mean, what's there? You know, Rich, if you do talk more, you would be a little bit better. It's the awkward silence.
What are you asking, David? What's QB?
Quarterback, dumbass. What's this? This is D's.
Oh, quarterback.
What's this?
No, I think it was only 2 years. I got tired of it. I got tired of sports.
Nervous tick.
I think it was like the third year. I just said to hell with it. I'm done with it.
You know, so a minute ago, you could tell he was thinking.
But and listen, I mean, so you played sport, you played football in particular, but you didn't know QB meant quarterback.
Shit, I haven't played any sports. I know that.
Hey, Joe.
Listen to this.
Joe Madden. Did you see my posting for the video? I paint real cars, not cast iron toys.
See? See, taking his shot. I mean, talking about, in 1 minute, he's talking about, I don't do that to people,
Okay.
that's low balling, and then taking
I want
his
to say
shot.
something. Well, what's so that's you think that's clever? That's the best you got?
And you paint models, right? So, you're a hypocrite on top
I'd
of
like
it.
to see the guys that paint the die-cast car. I'd like to see his paint job. I wonder if I bet it's better quality than the F-57. I mean,
I haven't seen one of your pictures are not a close-up, decent picture of the car. They're all 20 foot away with poor quality.
I'm not cast iron,
I've
cast
seen the
metal.
body work you do with
Car
poppers and
toys.
shit, so...
why you act like that's clever or something? You play
Make
with
a
Hot
statement
Wheels.
without saying a word. I always say, why do I have to sit there and put their name in it? I don't.
You think you're so clever, don't you?
Molly.
I mean, that's the best. I mean, Barry comes up with better shit than that. At least Barry makes his shit interesting. When he does like Mr. Obvious, I mean, at least it's interesting.
Because it's hot out.
Oh, his Barry's lives suck, but at least when he takes a shot at somebody, at least he makes it interesting. You don't know what Stupid Bastard's gonna say.
No, I'm in my Jeep. I still want to get that damn oil pan gasket on, but it's too friggin' hot, man. I'm like itching for a scratch to get that damn thing off and put a new one on.
It's scabies.
But I want to make sure everything else is all right underneath there, you know what I'm saying?
There we go.
I'm trying to figure out why it had a dead spot, because somebody was telling me,
It's called a gallop.
well, it might be, like, too far
Different
advanced, you
compression.
might have to retard it
On 2 cylinders.
in order to stop that dead spot. But I'm like, it
And
doesn't
all
matter
of them
which way I
probably
turn
have
it.
compression, to be
That
honest
dead
with you.
spot's in on both sides. So I'm wondering maybe if the one of the sides of the
What's this?
connecting rod cap bolt or nut came loose.
Jesus Christ.
That's in the oil pan. That might have helped
Damn,
loosened it up. I
dude.
don't know.
Alright, you dense motherfucker. How would that... How does that cause your little issue? Like, explain.
Yeah. Listen, your connecting rod nuts are designed to kind of dig in and lock.
If you torque them right, which you did.
Torque them right. Exactly. So they're not going to back off unless you didn't torque them, which is a good possibility for this dude because I got a feeling he throws everything in the engine and starts torquing shit down instead of doing it like you're supposed to do it one at a time. One at a time, spin, one at a time, spin.
And wouldn't it be a rod knock then?
Right. I mean, he's talking about a gallop. The car goes, instead of going woo, 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 it goes woo, 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 woo. I mean, that means you have fucked up compression somewhere on one of the cylinders.
Then the Bendix in the starter, that gave me a problem. So now I have to either get another starter or take that out and lube it up and fix it. Make sure the field brushes aren't worn out. What the
Yeah,
hell
'cause
else
you
was
want
it?
that
Oh, yeah,
nose
I have to
matching
check the
starter.
dwell on the points. Make sure that that's actually working properly. Because they might be also spaced too far apart. Like it's only supposed to be so much apart for it to throw the spark.
Hey,
But
Rich.
it's kind of hard to do that with
Yeah, you
this
take
car
that starter
because
out
the
and make sure you
distributor's
keep that
all the way in the back of the
$5,000 starter.
firewall. And then once you take the cap off, well, you got that rotor that's covering the points and everything else. So you got to take that whole rotor out.
You
And
have
then,
to pull it up and
hope that you can make out if it's throwing a spark or not, and if it's, too far apart or not,
Screws on the older ones. It does, I'm sure of it. Even when you take the rotor off, you can't really see the points too good.
A dead hole? What do you mean a dead hole?
Oh, GM. They're saying you have a dead hole. Compression. That's what they're talking about. A cylinder that's not doing what it's supposed to do. Dead hole.
Oh, you mean the loser button? I have one of them. It's underneath the hood.
No.
So my tools where somebody else calls it
That's
garbage
not
and
big.
trash in there.
But it's not all what dead home means.
Where else would you be able to put your tools if not for that? All over the ground, like Dee Speed Shop.
That's what I mean, dude.
He's a good guy. I think it's a
Okay, I want to say something. I don't. You probably never see this, man. I don't get why he's gotta take a shot at somebody. I'm sorry for mentioning you, man, but it's in the video. But I don't get why I had to take a shot at you. Like, that's just.
Trying to be funny. Because, you know,
I already know he's got his tools hanging on the wall.
Fucking at least D would done had that car on the fucking road and two
I
fucking
can't
swap.
fathom that.
No.
That's nuts.
It would have took D 2 fucking years and still not have the car done.
Yeah, but Eugene, the thing is that they've all had low compression at one time. When the car was up towards the carport, it was up on the same jack stand it is now.
What's jack stands have to do
And I
with
dropped the oil pan. They had no oil in it for months because I wasn't feeling good back then. And I had
Again, oil has
Federal
nothing
Mogul,
to do with compression, folks.
connecting rod bearings to
Nothing.
put in. And I just didn't have the energy.
Funny,
Didn't have
he's
the
the only
energy. It was
teacher.
like 6 months. And then finally I just, said to hell with it. If I didn't, regardless if I didn't feel like doing it or not, I was going to do it, Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Why is your 57 junk?
He's saying your 57's junk.
He knows that.
Yours.
Oh, this got to be another, are you another Brian Cabral follower that comes on here to harass me?
That's harassment? Asking you a question is harassment. Holy
Or are you
shit.
another one of Fast Stang 89's buddies?
Hi.
Because if he continues, he's going to get booted.
You're breaking their heart, I promise.
What they're doing is they keep changing their account names.
It's not how that works.
But the problem is they're just like, their reactions speak louder every time they say something because they sound
Just because you
stupid.
change the account name.
Every time they,
We sound
try and insult
stupid.
me, I know who it
How do
is.
you sound when you're talking about
It's one of his
putting them
followers,
pieces in
you know what I mean?
and clear up, basically clear up paint jobs and shit? But we sound stupid. You're right.
It wasn't completely rebuilt. No, it was like a poor man's rebuild. In other words, I did 2 pistons, number 2 and number 3.
Hey,
They were
let's
the only
match.
ones that were shot. Okay, because they were both separated from the apron, and they were shattered in 4 different places up top, but they were held in by the rings. Okay, and then the intake valves for 2 and 3 were bent, but not the exhaust valves. Because the exhaust valves have a thicker stem than the intake
Oh,
valves.
God damn it. Here we
There you
go
go.
again. More dumb shit.
Look
Is
at
this
that.
fuck? Listen, man. You're dumber than shit, Rich. Both valves can't be open at the same time, buddy. If your intake valves are open for the piston to hit them, your exhaust valves have to be closed. And vice versa. Has nothing to do with them being thicker, dude. Motherfuck, dude.
And I want to know something.
I mean, he's got a specialty engine. That his engine works when you have both valves open.
Well,
Intake
how's it
and
make
exhaust
compression?
open at the same time. Well, it's a magic engine. That's what the 2 vibrating pistons are for. It overlaps. I don't fucking know. I mean,
Here's my question. He had this running. He said when he got to the car was running. How'd you end up shattering 2 pistons?
right. I mean, how'd it run like that? I mean, it can still run. I mean, I got a Jeep motor that runs it as a rod lane about the oil pan with a big horsepower block, and it still
You
runs.
understand what I'm saying? So I only replaced those 2. I still have 7 pistons with rings and everything inside.
Oh, yeah.
Because I bought 1 and I bought a whole damn box. Because I found out number 2 was actually gone after I found out about number 3.
But you got valve release, and you put them
And then
in.
after what I did was, after I put them in,
Changes
I put
compression
Marvel's Mystery
on that
on each
cylinder.
one of the cylinders to see how long it would take to drain back into the oil pan. 2 days and there was still stuff in there, So it wasn't taking a long time. But I mean, at some point, it had to run down between the rings, you know what I'm saying? Because there's openings.
No, it's not.
So it has to
No.
go into the oil pan at one time or another, whether it's
You're
sooner or
wrong.
later.
Did you not clock your rings right, Rich?
But they all held their own for quite a while. So I figured, okay, at this point, everything seems to be good. I cleaned up the block as best I could. And because the
Dude,
block
my
is
auto
made out
shop
of
teacher had a
cast,
fill with this, dude.
and the heads are made out of cast,
Hmm?
you know, it's
Like
not
a
like an
mild
aluminum
shop
head.
usually had a
Aluminum
fill
head, you
with this,
actually
dude.
have to take to a machine shop because during the years
Go
of being
under top.
in service and running with the engine and everything else, they could warp. Aluminum has a tendency to warp where it's harder for cast to warp as easy as aluminum can. So this car, the 57 that I'm looking at right now, the odometer says 61,333.9. 9 is a black number with a white background. Oh, they are? How do you know that, Steve? Are they Brian Cabral's trolls? Yeah, I think it is kind of weird how those names just popped up.
I'll call you back here in a minute. I'm doing a video right now.
The friends of John Wilburn, Brian Cabral, or Fast Staying 89?
By the way, go subscribe
Really?
to Fast Day 89, Mako, and Still Scrapper Kingdom. And Lipstick Garage.
Anything you
Call
guys
back
got to
here,
say
man.
for yourself before I boot you out?
I'm eating. I'll give you all that. Just give me a second here.
I think Barry has more mechanic ability than this motherfucker.
All right, get rid of my 57 Chevy, Steve. That's one of Joe's or Brian's trolls right there. Can his ass.
Aww. Wah. What's the matter? Can you not take a little criticism?
No, not as long as we keep getting the trolls in here, I'm not.
Aww.
Are you friends with Brian Cabral? Are you friends with Joe, who has his page as FastDang89? Are you friends with Mr. Swinger? Are you friends with, let's see, who else? ASO, Unfinished Projects, or John Wilbur?
5 minutes ago, it didn't matter if
Because
it
if
was
you
screen
are,
tag.
you're
You
outta
love
here.
them. Which is it?
Go troll somebody else. Don't troll me.
We still got like an hour and 60 minutes of this shit.
All right.
I asked you a question, ST. Are you affiliated with any of those people? Be honest.
What's it matter? I thought it was okay.
Never mind what Steve said. I'm asking you a question. I'm the one that's running this live stream. Are you friends with any of those
You're a
people?
bully.
Do you wish
Who gives
to come in
a
here and
flying
insult
fuck
me
that
because
you're
you're friends with
running
them?
this live stream? What are you gonna do about it? Block them?
You're a bully. 5 minutes ago, they could be friends with it.
Okay, fine. No, I don't think we're cousins. I honestly don't think so. Because you don't know my brother. And you were convinced he was a short guy. He's not. He's taller than I am. And I'm 5'9".
I know, stacks are high.
That's tall?
Not yet, but there are a lot of people that are changing their account names and coming in here to do something like, what's his name? M, that was in here. As a matter of fact, that one is getting out of here. I don't know if Steve booted him or not, but I'm going to boot him now. I don't want him in here.
You know I can still see you though, right, dude? I mean, just because I can't comment on your shit.
He told you how it was, didn't he?
Nope. I'm not dealing with this garbage today.
You big ass baby.
How'd that end up across the screen?
He clicked on
I'm
it.
sorry, but I'm not dealing with that crap.
He literally looks like he has hurt feelings. Damn, dude, some comment
Because
makes you
while
about cry.
Brian or Joe Mustang 89 Mustang came in here with, my 57 is junk. And he's referring to me. That's what he's trying to say. And he comes in here and makes a condescending statement. So I don't have time for it. You want to play like you're a baby? Go back to preschool or romper room elsewhere, pal. They're being booted because they're actually either Brian Cabral's buddies, and the only thing that they come in here for is to insult me. And I don't need
has
that.
tears in his eyes.
I don't do it to them. Don't do it to me.
You
Show me the same respect that I showed
you
you.
went to a guy's channel and unsubscribed for you and
And if you are a troll, as long as you don't insult me, and I don't see your name in their chat log or their comment section, spouting off about me, then fine. But if you are, and I catch
You're a
it,
bitch, dude.
believe me, I do look. I don't have to be subscribed in order to do that.
You gotta click on the video.
let's bring up Captain Spock.
Point is, Larry, is I shouldn't have to sit there and deal with this. That's the problem.
Have you ever thought about checking your facts when you talk about shit?
If you're one of his friends and you think that's funny or something like that, it's not. You're wasting my time, and I don't want to be dealing with that. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, folks.
What the hell was that?
We're gonna do the rest of this tomorrow night. We're an hour and 7 minutes into this. We'll do the rest of this live stream tomorrow. And, hey Rich, thought you didn't smoke.
I quit smoking.
Thought you quit smoking. See the filter? Well, why'd you remove the filter from your fingers?
You're a fucking loser, dude. Straight up.
You're a liar.
No, I think I've seen Chris on Facebook.
Alright, you guys. So, as you guys see, we still got a little over 2 hours. So, with that being said, see you guys tomorrow. We'll do the rest of this tomorrow night. Barry, you're going to get a little vacation for the next day. So maybe you'll make some content. This dude's a fucking idiot. And what are you going to do? Come at me and say, I don't build Model Ts, and then have that shitty grin on your face? See you guys next time. As always, check out our friends Mako, Fasting, Lipstick Garage, Still Scrapper Kingdom, and remember, it doesn't pay to be stupid. Know your shit. And don't whine when people tell you how it is. It's part of YouTube.